Michael Beasley, easily, in my opinion, one of the best bucket getters in the NBA that I've seen, recently came out in his recent interview with the Pivot podcast about a lot of struggles recently in his life. Dealings with things like he doesn't want to be a burden to other people when it comes to sharing certain things he's going through. Everyone, and he means everyone that he's trusted before in his life, has betrayed him in some way. He's had a lot taken from him, but nobody seems to give anything to him, give help, give courtesy, anything that he may be in need of. It just seems like no one's there. Biggest thing that he says is how tired he is. He's just tired. He doesn't feel like he has anything left in the tank to just give to people. That's why he stays in the crib. That's why he's just moving on his own. Of course, he has children, all of those things taken into consideration, but he's just riding solo. I think the biggest takeaway from it was Michael Beasley's desire to still want to play, even though me personally, I think he still should be in the league, and he thinks he still should be in the league. But for some reason, he just hasn't had that opportunity, or nobody's really given him that chance to really step back on the court since he's been away from the game. Ball is always something that he used to go to, that he's always gone to kind of get away from things. And now that he doesn't have that, he's left with his everyday realities that at times can really be heavy. So you kind of feel hopeless. You kind of feel like there's nothing left to do, and all you can do is really face the realities that you're surrounded by daily. I really do believe that I've been in a similar position where something that I really wanted to do, that I really thought I was doing well at, that I thought I deserved to be somewhere doing, basketball, hooping, any case like that, that opportunity just isn't there any longer. And so the question becomes, what now? And these realities suck. These realities aren't dope. These realities aren't fun. And it deals with a lot of heavy stuff, possibly from your past, possibly from what you're currently dealing with. But this is how I can conclude that God may just be in the midst of not just Michael Beasley's situation, but your situation as well. Hebrews 12, verse 27 through 28 reads this: "And this word, yet once more, signifies the removing of those things that are shaken, as of things that are made, that those things which cannot be shaken may remain." Verse 28, "Wherefore we, receiving a kingdom which cannot be moved, let us have grace, whereby we may serve God acceptably with reverence and godly fear." Some things are meant to be taken from us. Some things, life in general, is sometimes shaken up for us. Our routines, our wants, our desires, what really has our heart in the end of everything, so that we can see that it's something that wasn't really helping us overcome some of the stuff that we're really struggling with internally, but we've just used it as a distraction. And oftentimes the very things that we run to that distract us from our realities don't solve our problems. And in the end, it's the very things that God has found a way to take from us that was once so important to us, just to show us that it was never that thing that we were striving to get to or striving to do that was really solving the problem. It was just distracting us, but rather He's the one that is going to really help us overcome those very realities that we struggle with on the daily, those realities that we try to run from, that we just try to escape from on a daily basis. At the core of everything that we deal with, at the core of every issue that we run from, at the core of every issue and problem that we try to escape every day to other things so that we're distracted, God not only cares about, but wants to deal with in not just Michael Beasley's life, but your life too. It might not be basketball. It might not be a professional setting. It might not be a professional sport. For you, it might be something completely different. And whatever that something is, understand that escaping to distractions doesn't solve the problem, but God is always the problem solver. And sometimes God really does move in a manner where He will let you run to everything else just to see how bad of a help and a bad of a solution that very thing you ran to is, until you recognize that in the end He was always there, and He's always going to be there to not just hear you, but deal with the very issues you're wrestling with. My one question to anybody who may be in this similar spot as Michael Beasley: have you tried God? Because sometimes there are things in our lives that we are desperate to have, that it's not because we aren't good enough we can't have it, but it's because God won't allow it, because he's trying to get us to see him as the solution to our realities, our issues, our problems, and not continue running to things that are distracting us and not actually healing us from the craziness that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. Hey, listen, if you appreciate this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, give a thumbs up, share this video, and turn on the post notifications so you can know the next time we're posting. My social media is where you can connect with me at Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. All of that good stuff is found in the description below. And as always, until our next conversation, be easy, be breezy, my friend. Peace.